Okay guys, I put this video online to show a few things. Winnie is a 16-week-old puppy that I'm working with as a board and train. She has some incredible fear issues and then also a major intensity towards food, specifically the food bowl. So it's great, her food drive for her fear issues, but not so much, when it comes to impulse control. So that is why I'm using the place command that she has been patterning for 3 to 4 days, and then we started doing this, letting her watch the other dogs eat while she stayed in a down in place. But again, this is after she's really been patterning this hardcore for a few days. She usually reacts to the sound, she usually goes nuts, so all of these things is very difficult for her. Just to be specific, this is the 3rd time that we've done this. Now see, my intensity with Winnie for just the body blocking, just my firmness in my body language, is what made Dusty go all the way to the back. Dusty is a new dog and he is very sensitive to body blocking and spatial pressure, so that's why you saw him do that, because I am very firm in my assertive meter, I guess you could say, because of Winnie. So the reason Winnie just backed down there is because I said a firm no and I leaned into her. Now she's too far off the mat, so it's a reset. Look how jittery she is. So you can imagine that 5 days ago with no control, it was off the charts. So really what's just holding her there is the repetition of every time she got out of place, she got reset, and we've done tons and tons of food work with her to pattern these behaviors, her being hand-fed kibble. Now I want to point something out here is the reason, oh yeah, see that bump right there? So I did that on purpose because I'm trying to help, just kind of settle her down when it comes to the noise of the bowl. And I want to point something out. Dusty here, he's pitiful when he goes and gets his food bowl. And if you've seen my other videos on how I teach the dogs to eat food, I bring the food bowl to them. And this is only the 3rd day that Dusty has gotten to go to the food bowl. So see, he's a little confused by it. That's why he was checking in with me. He's like, are you sure I can go towards it? So that's the reason why he was so slow going to the food bowl. It's just new for him. So I'm staying back, no, down, because I do want her to make her own decisions here. But when I first started doing this, I was using spatial pressure or body blocking, however you want to say it, to be right here. So if he focused in on her or him, no, I could block as well as use the leash. So she does have to wait till they're finished eating, and then she gets fed. She's got to learn patience. And she's got to learn boundaries. She doesn't have any. She disrespects their space all the time. So this is also something that helps with calming her down around the dogs and just being able to have more control over her, so she doesn't drive them crazy and a fight doesn't happen. Do you see that yawn? She's just processing. This is stressful, and that's just her processing it. It's like a way of coping. It's a some people call them stress signals, some people call them calming signals, yawning, licking, shaking, things like that. Either way, it tells you that your dog is under stress, and it's just a release, basically. This little clip is just sped up to save time. So this is another thing, is see how this is creating excitement? No. Just because I pet one dog does not mean the other dog gets pet, especially around food, because you don't want to up that energy. So, if you ever get a new dog and you already have a dog, the worst thing you can do is constantly pet both dogs when they come up to you, because it creates that competition of energy, and then they start to have no control. Plus, you want to teach the dog that's coming into the home that they have to wait, that there is no competition, that they have to wait. Otherwise, you're gonna lose control of your dogs. And it goes the same way reverse. Once the new dog's been in the home for a while, say, and they come up and you pet them and the old dog barrels in, you know, just because it's kind of it's a bit of a status thing, and then sometimes they're just feeding off of the excited energy. You block that dog as well. It's the same thing. They don't get pet if they get too needy about it as well. And see, that's the reaction that you want when you block them, that they just back off. Good boy. Dusty, come here. All right, so the bowls get picked up after Happy finishes cleaning. The bowls get picked up, and then she gets released, and then she gets fed. Alright guys, I know this was a super simple video, but hopefully some of you out there got something out of it, just ways to, you know, create more impulse control and up the distraction, especially if you use it in context with my other videos. You'll completely understand where I'm coming from. If you'd like to see Winnie's video on how I teach her how to slow down eating and wait for her food bowl, there's information down below, a link down below, as well as right here. But if you're on a mobile phone, you'll have to look in the information section. info@doggersizela.com is my email. doggersizedogtraining.com is my website. Don't forget to subscribe, guys.